So I've taken down an old fish tank and I'm going to cut the glass, clean it all up, sand it down and glue it together using this aquatic grade silicone. So yeah, first of all I'm just going to cut the glass. So the tank's all silicone together now, and I've put a bit of foam in just to build off. Basically, I've got quite a decent sized stone to sit on top of there. I also managed to make this lid for it as well, which is it's just silicone holding it on. Nice little working lid. So the next step is siliconing all the stones that I'm going to use for this project. So these are the stones what are going in next. Those stones are going to go like that, and I can cut off any excess foam at the end once the silicone's set. So I think that's the hardscape complete. I did a little bit of work on it last night just to speed the process up so I can plant it today. So I've added the Buddha on a stone, Buddha ornament, and then a couple of little stones either side. Just to create a barrier for the moss wall to go up to. So yeah, time to get the moss wall in, I think. For the moss wall I'm going to be using this Tropica Aquasoil, which I've used in quite a few aquascapes over the years, but I've never used it in a terrarium. So Aquasoil mixed with a bit of sphagnum moss, and I'm going to create like a paste for the moss wall to sit on. So that's the substrate for the moss wall to sit on in. Time to get the moss in. I'm going to be using cushion moss for the wall. I'm not sure whether I've purchased enough, so I might have to steal some out of my other terrariums to finish it off, we'll see. Next I'm going to add some activated charcoal carbon. Helps filter toxins, keeps away odours, prevents bacteria build-up and keeps the setup healthy. For the soil in the foreground, I'm using like a ready pre-mixed soil from Tropical Glass that I have used in other terrariums, and I'm also adding a little bit of garden soil that I sieved through to get all the bits out of it. I collected some moss from the bottom of my garden. I've been growing it on some sphagnum moss in this small container for a couple of months now, and I mixed it with water from my aquascapes. I don't mix it with tap water, it doesn't like tap water. And I'm also going to use this in the foreground. I'm going to be using these plants as well, just a couple of small plants that I've grown in other terrariums, and this red Fittonia. I'm also going to add some springtails to this terrarium. Don't know if you can see them, but they're really tiny little creatures that eat mould and keep the terrarium clean. And that is the finished terrarium. I think it turned out alright considering it was my first attempt at a moss wall and cutting glass. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. See you next time. You're saying goodbye. Say bye bye.